I am going to give you 5 action steps that you can take to help increase your energy levels, plus tips on how to stay the course for long-term results. I used these very tips to get out of my chronic fatigue slump 10 years ago. And when I don't stick to the plan, I can feel my energy levels draining because I no longer give my body the tools to create energy. In this video, you will learn strategies to combat chronic fatigue syndrome as a mom, which will be different to other strategies out there because you know, mom life. You will also learn how to take these action steps one step at a time so that you don't get overwhelmed, which ultimately would lead to giving up. As a busy and tired mom, making changes in your life might just sound like another thing to add to your already overwhelmingly exhausting list. So before I share the 5 action steps with you, I am going to give you some tips on how to stay the course, which is really important if you want to see results. I want to recommend that you pray to God for wisdom and guidance in this area in your life. The Bible says, seek first His kingdom and righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. This is where it all started for me all those years ago. I prayed for wisdom, and God answered. After years of doctor's visits, trying all kinds of potions and quick fixes, I finally discovered the natural way, which helped me increase my energy levels. And I am so grateful that this happened just before my first pregnancy. Then it is very important that you make changes one step at a time. Otherwise, we can so easily get overwhelmed. And when we get overwhelmed, we just end up giving up. We just say, no thanks, no more. This is too much for me, especially when we are already so exhausted. We've got so much on our plates already. So learn to take one step at a time for long-term results. I have come up with a system called SOS for simplify, optimize, systemize. This is just to say to find easier ways to do things in your daily life, to find quick and easy meal recipes for quick meal prepping, do meal prepping ahead of time where possible, get onto a good, effective but easy skincare routine, because who has the energy to deal with bad skin, honestly? Then find a system to help you dress for how you want to feel and not for how you do feel. Find easy to use but effective supplements. There are supplements out there that just gives our body more work to process it, and in the end, that just defeats the whole purpose. And then another way that can help you stay the course is to include the kids. Find a program that the kids can take part in too, that they can benefit from too, that can help increase your energy levels. And also supplements. Find a good supplement that the whole family can take so that everyone takes the same thing and you don't have to be worried about who needs to get what and what's actually going on. You also want to find a way to avoid the triggers for chronic fatigue syndrome, such as eating junk food, overly processed foods, sugar, stress. If you must, find a good supplement that can just calm your whole body down and help you to manage stress, especially in those early days while you're trying to learn how to combat your chronic fatigue syndrome. It is also very important to find a plan and stick to it. When you fall off the bandwagon, get back on, carry on, and just stick it out. That's the only way you're going to see a difference in your energy levels, is if you stick to the plan. Before we continue with the 5 action steps, I want to mention that I will dive deeper into each one of these points in following videos. But for now, here are your 5 action steps that you can start taking to manage your chronic fatigue syndrome symptoms. Number 1, have 1 fruit meal a day. Most of us do not get nearly enough fiber in our diets, and fiber is so important for so many aspects, and so is the glucose that your body gets from fruit. Number 2, snack on raw fruit, dried fruit, or raw nuts before eating sugary, processed, or fatty snacks. Number 3, have raw food before cooked food. This can be raw fruit, it can be raw veggies, maybe with a hummus dip, delicious. That's one of my favorite snacks. I love a good variety of raw veggies with a hummus dip that I make myself at home. You can also use squashed avo and just dip your veggies in that. It's very delicious and it's a very good way to get extra fiber and the good nutrients from that raw food into your body. Number 4, food combining. Never eat concentrated proteins and starches in the same meal together. If you eat meat, always have neutral veggies with it, but never ever have starches with your meat. It just takes really long for your body to process this. It's really hard for your body to process, and that just takes up a whole lot of energy, which you cannot afford. Number 5, reduce your animal protein consumption. It is just very, very hard for our bodies to consume and animal protein is really hard for our bodies to break down, using energy that can be used much better elsewhere. You can get these 5 steps sent to your inbox in PDF form if you sign up for my weekly emails in the description below. That way you can print it out and always have it handy to refer to when you need it. I will also put links in the description of all the products and programs that I have found helpful. Like this video if you have found it helpful, and subscribe to my channel for more videos on how tired moms can combat the symptoms of chronic fatigue syndrome, burnout and exhaustion. That's it? That's it? Yeah! My first video is filmed.